caught the line they threw you, you helped to make her fast. You heard the sailors talking in the rigging, and when the captain said he'd take another hand before the mast, you knew you were halfway to the diggings. So you rode the ocean swell to Bendigo and live in hell, in the camps and the creeks of Castlemaine. For like a million other souls you were haunted by the gold, and you'd never know a peaceful day again. And tell me, Ewan Gillis, did you still believe the dream when the hard men of Victoria bought and sold you? When you had to sell the farm that you'd sifted from the seams, did you curse the tale the sailor laddies told you? Did you fight against the call of the island you knew would never hold you? For all the gold Ewan Gillis ever found could not buy him peace or freedom from the memory of the sound of the waves on St. Kilda's rocky shore. When the dream was done, you'd lost your children and your wife, and every single thing you'd ever had. But you told your friends the gold was still the centre of your life, and they told you one and all that you were mad. So you wandered through the years, never stopping once to rue, and St. Kilda heard your footsteps as you passed. Old Glory even put you in a coat of faded blue, till the older Glory claimed you back at last. And tell me, Ewan Gillis, did you give the Lord your thanks when he showed you where the golden riches lay? Or did you bow your head in prayer on the Sacramento banks, and ask him, should you go or should you stay? Did St. Kilda call you home, cross the mountains at the dawn of every day? For all the gold Ewan Gillis ever found could not buy him peace or freedom from the memory of the sound of the waves on St. Kilda's rocky shore. So once more you made the journey to that barren, barren land, to end your days among your kith and kin, to a winter when the devil held the islands in his hand, and the shadow of starvation rode the wind. For it's hard upon St. Kilda for the folk to keep their pride, when every season brings them to despair, and to hear you tell the tale of a different ocean's tide made their bitter burden harder still to bear. Though they knew you for their own, you were forced to stand alone in a solitude that no one could endure. They made your home a living grave until the bravest of the brave was forced to leave the poorest of the poor. So you reached out once again and took hold of the bonny golden lure. For all the gold Ewan Gillis ever found could not buy him peace or freedom from the memory of the sound of the waves on St. Kilda's rocky shore. When first I heard the tale of Ewan and the Gold, I was filled with bitter anger and with tears. To hear a traveller return and be shut out from the fold drove a shaft into the deepest of my fears. For God made Ewan Gillis, and God gave him wings to fly, but only from the land where he belonged. But I'd fight with God himself for the light in Ewan's eye, or with anyone who tells me he was wrong. For there's some who use their dreams to tear themselves apart, and some who never find a dream at all. But how many find the courage to look deepest in their hearts, to find a dream they can follow till they fall? When my heart cries out to wander, I can hear him answering the call. For all the gold Ewan Gillis ever found could not buy him peace or freedom from the memory of the sound of the waves on St. Kilda's rocky shore. And on the island, the greatest story ever told, it was always Ewan Gillis, California and the gold, so far from St. Kilda's rocky shore.